Three chums off the drive across Peru to save the world for me and you. Shame they haven't got a clue.
So it's probably about 5:45 in the morning, day 8, in a town called Shorey. I'm sitting outside the place where we stayed last night. Joe and Guy have taken Warpig down into Shorey, which is down the road that way, because the front wheel had gone flat, so that should just require a pump up, because the other day it had a brand new inner tube. So I'm just sitting here with all the kit really, waiting for them to come back. Hopefully they won't be too much longer, and then we'll push on. Big day today. It's going to be a long day, and we're going to try to get through some of the most difficult passes and roads that we've attempted yet. I think it's going to be a lot of asking people to stop and give us a tow, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll do it. I will just turn the camera around now because the sun is coming up and it's rather lovely.
So, Sunday morning, day 8. It is 6:30 in the morning. We've been up since 4:30 and we've just been trying to get our front tyre pumped. Couldn't find anyone because nowhere was open, and the Griefos, the petrol station, doesn't seem to supply air anyway. So we flagged down a bus. Once they pumped it up, it turns out the thing's knackered, even though we changed the inner tube yesterday, I think, the day before.
2 days ago.
Yeah, so yet again we are sat around waiting. Well, we're waiting now for breakfast. We're waiting for this place to open so we can have some breakfast, and then we've got to roll into town on a flat to try and get the thing changed.
Day 8, Sunday. We've reached the end of the line. Well, we have, I think, in terms of the actual journey via motor taxi to Cusco. Yesterday we steeled ourselves to push on, which we did. We went fairly well to Shorey. Though we took a wrong turn, we weren't actually supposed to be here. We ended up in Shorey, and then got this morning all psyched to push on. The front wheel is flat. We can't get it pumped up.
Well, we pumped it up.
But it goes down again. Flat again. There's no mechanic in this town. It's freezing cold.
There is apparently someone who knows about tyres, but that's no guarantee that we'll get it fixed.
And so all of us now are looking at our options and thinking, especially in terms of making the most of our time in Peru, and not coming away disliking the country or this trip. And I think we'll agree to head for fun.
Yeah. The point I made was that there's no point doing it just to surprise ourselves. It's such hard work. If we push on, which we're all keen to do, and we get to Haraz, there are very few options for actually getting beyond Haraz.
Yeah, it's an issue of time. We could spend another 5 days going to Haraz, and that would leave us
Stuck.
2 days or something, to get to Cusco.
And we might not be able to. And we have places to be.
Yep.
I think
we can miss, which we won't miss, because
we still had a challenge, which is getting out of this town, which is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, to call it town is...
It's a few huts.
It's tiny. It's tiny. Look at this. Look how we're dressed. It's freezing here.
We're in the middle of nowhere, and we need to work how we get out. So that's now. It's just how we get out. So we're going to head to Trujillo, which is on the coast. Big city. There's about 100 clicks. Try and drive it or get a lift. If we can get the most taxi fixed.
Yeah, because we don't know we can get it fixed.
And then look to leave it in Trujillo, and then buses or planes to Cusco and try and have a nice time in Cusco.
Get 3 days or so in Cusco.
The last 8 days have been, days I will never forget. Every single day.
It's been an adventure.
More incidents occur in one day than occur in a month. And I think for that reason, and even what's still before us in terms of getting out of this situation we are in, which is rather dire, it has been an adventure, but one we want to look back on with fond memories instead of slogging for another week.
Yeah, we could say, if money was no object, we could pay truck drivers however much to take us all the way to Cusco, or majority of the way there. But we get to the finish line, and I don't think we'd be any happier.
I don't want to dislike the country.
It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, incredibly helpful. But we just haven't had any time to see any of it because we're just pushing on, trying to get kilometres under our wheels because frankly we're wasting so much time each day.
So we're stuck now. We got up at 4:30 this morning, and it's now
25 past 8.
So 4 hours and we haven't been able to do anything because nothing's around.
And we're going to spend a couple of hours trying to get the wheel fixed. We don't even know if that's possible today.
Yeah.
It's Sunday, which means a lot of places are shut. This mechanic isn't even a mechanic, he's a tyre specialist. And that's what we've been able to understand in broken Spanish, so that might not even be the case anyway.
So I think we're going to, up tools now, we've got to roll down on a flat into Shorey, Townsend, which we've already been to once this morning in the dark.
Yeah,
Come back out again. We'll roll down again, look for this man, and then failing that, flagging down trucks to see if they'll take us out here.
So that's that.
It's still a challenge on our hands, frankly, if you put it that way.
So the next step of the adventure is getting to Trujillo.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
She really is quite beat up and being held together with gaffer tape, and also to actually start her now we're having to where is it? We're having to tickle this this little, where is it? That's it? Yeah.
There it is.
There it is, yeah. You've got to tickle that little fuel teat to actually get her going in the morning. As in, well, not even in the morning, just to
Anytime it stops.
just to start the engine. So it's requiring 2 people to start it, 2 people to steer it, and frankly, the third person is just so exhausted from the exertions they're having to sleep. She's a lovely old girl. She's obviously not designed to do this, and she's very, very old now. She's about 10 years old.
She's trying her best,
But frankly,
she's
frankly,
broken herself doing it, as have we.
she's broken herself doing it, as have we.
Come on then, let's roll into town.
Yeah, here we go then.
This chap's name again?
Erasmus Perea.
So we just rolled down the street asking anyone, where's Erasmus? I can't even keep his name out.
Erasmus Perea.
Perea,
Where is
yeah.
Erasmus Perea? Where is Erasmus Perea?
Yeah.
What did this guy went, where is Erasmus Perea? He went,
So it's me. Yeah.
So what's the problem?
Yeah. And away we go. Perfect.
and we're going to head that way
Which way? This way.
to Trujillo.
To Trujillo.
All signs, all roads lead to Trujillo.
Yes, I think we're all a little bit happier now that things are underway, aren't we?
Yes, I was saying that progress into the heart of darkness, that would be Juarez and beyond, would be into catastrophe.
Yeah.
Just into the complete unknown. And if you haven't got a time frame that you've got to
That's
stick
fine,
to,
yeah.
it's fine. You can get lost, you get stuck for 2 days, doesn't matter, carry on. But if you've got to be in Cusco by, what, the 18th, and today is...
The 12th?
12th?
Yeah.
We haven't got
Only
the
6
time
days.
to afford, you know, to
Yeah. Even if we made it, which I don't think we would, there'd be no stopping. We'd be fed up, miserable and tired by the time we got there. And that's not the idea.
Even more so, anyway.
Yeah.
Guy, you'd just be sort of like, get me on a flight back home.
Yeah.
We'd be like,
We'd be facing the fact we'd then got to trek up to Machu Picchu, which we wouldn't want to do. No one wants that. Anyway, let's leave it
anyway,
there.
so
Out here to Trujillo.
Agreed. Right, well we've just descended from Shorey today. Shorey is about 3,500 metres, and we've just come down to just outside Trujillo. So as you can see, our water bottle, this was only halfway, well the last time we drank from it was about halfway down. And as you can see, it's got a little bit squished because of the altitude. So there we go, that's what happens when you see water bottles down
Isn't that fascinating, kids?
Okay, the last thing you viewed would have been us in Glory deliberating in a very pensive way what we did and how we proceeded. And so therefore we head down the road to Trujillo, and that's where we are right now. And we're having dinner after many, many drinks with Wayne Irvin Flax.
Wayne Flax.
He was great fun, great value, and now we're having some dinner. And frankly, dinner is less amusing than talking to these guys. So yeah, here we are.
Good. I just want to, for the record, viewers, Guy told me to film this.
Yes. I'm sure it makes sense after the event. So we have kind of come to the decision that we are going to abandon Warpig right here and now.
Well, no, not abandon. Upgrade.
We're going to upgrade Warpig. We're going to super up to Warhorse, and we're going to drive to Paraz, where we all wanted to go. And from there, we are then going to ride her on our haunches. Warhorse to one kind, and then right the way down the red roads to Cuzco, and that's going to be our way of doing the overland trek. Just basically in a less ship vehicle.
Yeah, and quite cushy. I'm thinking aircon. I'm thinking maybe a heavy bass. Yeah.
Drop the bass.
Yeah, we're going to get some great tunes in there, along with some vegetables.
Some tunes, and some bass.
Yeah, it's going to be a great trip.
Muchos gracias. ¿Cierro okay?
Gracias. Can you pick it up?
Hello, Tom and Guy.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry for the lights in your face.
Sorry.
Does someone want to explain where we are?
Well, yeah, currently we're in Nelson's cab. Nelson is a truck driver. He has kindly agreed to drive us and Warpig to Cajamarca, which is a 3-hour drive away. It's about, it's going up to 9 PM, so we won't be getting there anytime soon. But it's taken us about 2 hours to get the damn thing onto the back of his lorry, having to take off a vital element of his lorry and then reattach it.
With brute force from Nelson.
With brute force.
And they seem to be bringing a variety of wares.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's in addition to the fact that the mechanics who were meant to be fixing Warpig within 3 hours somehow managed to take, I think, 5, because they didn't really start doing anything
until we all stood around.
Until we stood around with, well, basically at the time when we were meant to be there.
So we're in a lovely cab, and if you can see that, there we go.
Yeah.
Nelson's just fussing outside.
Guys in some makeshift.
Guys in a makeshift
I've got a load of tools
seat.
in my house. You might be able to see this if I pin all this up.
Yeah. The guy's sitting on tools,
and then,
Tom is sort of. Tom and I are sitting like homeless men.
Imagine the Apollo 11.
Goes behind the driver's seat.
Yeah. And I'm here. I don't know if you can see me, viewers.
I'm also the navigator because I have the map here.
So
chuck that way. That's useless now.
Yeah.
So it's been an eventful few hours. I'm going to sign off now and try and do some filming when we're in motion on the steep cliffs on the way to Cajamarca. We're still 3 hours minimum.
I believe they're covering Warpig with the tarpaulin.
That's good.
because he shouldn't be transporting this sort of thing.
Probably, yeah. Probably. It's probably completely illegal what we're doing.
Right, bye.
Bye.
So quick phone video. I think we're probably about 1,500 metres on our way to Cajamarca. Tom and I are now walking because the motor taxi can't go with all three. We're pretty high up in the hills. It's cloudy, it's raining, and the guys had to go up a fair way. I don't know if you can see up near to the left of that yellow building there's a motor taxi. He's up there somewhere. We'll walk to get him and try and get a lift up there, maybe. But yeah, it's pretty wet.
It's good fun though. Right, Tom? Yeah, there he is. So that yellow motor taxi at the top is Guy. As you can see, he's taking a route up there. That's Tom. Gonna walk up to meet him now. I think we can take a quick shortcut. But that's what we're dealing with. There's Guy giving us a wave. Alright, walking now into that, i.e. nothing that we can see up ahead. Which is interesting. Meanwhile, coming behind me at a fair lick, I think it's fair to say, the boys. Look at that. Look at the state of that. So when off we go into that.
3 chums off to drive across Brum.
So long, Warpig. That'll do, Warpig.
To save the world for me and you. Shame they haven't got a clue.